Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss another topic from the radiology. I am following White and Farrow, and all the diagrams and the graph are from the book. So these discussions is in questions format. So question 1. Annual effective dose of ionization radiation is least in. So there are average annual effective dose of ionization radiation, and the options are CT, nuclear medicine, dental, interventional fluoroscopy. So these are the sources for the medical: CT, nuclear medicine, interventional fluoroscopy, dental, and conventional radiography and fluoroscopy. And these are the doses in MSV. So we can see that it is least in dental. It's only 0.007 MSV in dental. So the answer is dental. Now second question. The most responsible background radiations are. There are different type of radiations: radon, space radiation, internal radionuclides, and tertiary radiations. But the most responsible is radion. You can again see in this diagram. Radon contributes 73% of background radiation, and space is 11%. Then internal radionuclide is 9%, and the last is tertiary, which is responsible only for 7% of background radiations. So this is all about the question number 2, the most responsible background radiation, and the answer is radon. Now another question: which principle of radiation protection deals with ALARA? So there are 3 principles of the radiation protections, and they are: first one is justification, second is optimization, and third is dose limitation. So first we are going to read about the justification. Now what is justification? Justification means that the dentist should identify whether that the X-ray is beneficial for the patient or not, that we shouldn't give unnecessary exposure to the patient. So in justification, dentists identify the benefit of the patient from that X-ray. Is it a risk to the patient or it is harm to the patient? Then it should be decided by the dentist. So this is about first justification. Now the second one is optimization. Optimization is the principle of optimization is that the dentist should be very reasonable. The dentist should use every reasonable means to reduce unnecessary exposure to the patient and to their staff. So they follow one principle, and that is ALARA principle. ALARA principle is as low as reasonably achievable. Now this question comes in MCQ also. Now what they do, they change this A. The question is like this: what is the full form of ALARA and what the ALARA means? So as low as reasonably achievable, or as low as reasonably they can say from reasonably attainable or reasonably acceptable. So they will change this A. So you should know the correct full form of this ALARA principle. Now our question was, which principle of radiation protection deals with ALARA? So the answer is optimization. Now there is one more principle, that is dose limitation. Now according to the name, you can identify what is the meaning of this dose limitation. Dose limitation is that limit the occupational and public exposure. It limits the dose. So according to them, no individual are exposed to unacceptable high dose. So they limit the amount of dose. So these are the 3 principles of radiation protection, and ALARA principle comes into optimization. Now the other question is, what is LNT? Now LNT is the linear non-threshold. Now what is linear non-threshold? Linear non-threshold is an hypothesis. This is an hypothesis, and this hypothesis hold that there is a linear relationship between dose and risk of inducing cancer. So there is a linear relationship between the dose and inducing risk of a cancer. So this is about LNT. So if the question comes, a full form of LNT and what is the LNT or what this hypothesis hold? This hypothesis hold that there is a linear relationship between the dose and the risk of inducing cancer. But this hypothesis is only a study. It haven't been proved by the scientists. According to them, there is no threshold of a safe dose. According to them, there is no word like safe dose. According to them, a small dose can also lead to the cancer. But it's just a study because it is not scientifically proved. For proving it scientifically, we need a large amount of patients too, so that we can study this. But we can't do this. This is impractical. So this is only a study. This is not false. They have not falsed it, and they have not accepted also. Now we'll read about position distance rule. Wait, I will show you one diagram from graph of a LNT. This is the graph from White and Farrow book. This is LNT graph. So according to this is the background incidence, this is a background dose, and this is the probability of the cancer. So what they are saying that, see, you can see that these green dot, they represent that this is above 100 MSV. If the dose is above 100 MSV, it will lead to the cancer. And they are showing that this is the background radiation, and between them it is only a linear relationship between the background incidence and these dots. So they hold only linear non-threshold. This is a graph from White and Farrow. Now the other question is position distance rule. So position distance rule is that we should be at least 6 feet away from the patient or 2 meters from the patient. So these are the measures which we should take in for unnecessary occupational exposure. So with the patient, this is an X-ray tube. This is an X-ray tube, and this is the patient. This is a central beam passing through it. So according to this rule, we should at least stand at least 6 feet distance. 6 feet distance or 2 meters from the patient, or we should stand at the angle of 90 degree or 135 degree angle from the central beam of this rays. So this is the position distance rule. So this is about the position distance rule. And then how should we decrease the patient exposure? We can decrease the patient exposure by first use of a long source to skin distance, second rectangular collimation use, and the third one is digital radiography. Now again I am showing you with diagram, the help of diagram. You can see in this diagram. Now we can use two source and skin distance. First is 40 centimeter and the another is 20 centimeter. Both can be used, but the long source, matlab 40 centimeter, we should use 40 centimeter. You can see in this diagram, the distance is less, it's only 20 centimeter. So you can see the distance is less, so there is more diverging rays and there is more exposure to the patient in compared to when you use the long source to skin distance, which is 40 centimeter, then the rays are less diverging. You can see over here the rays are less diverging, and here the rays are more diverging, so it will cause less unnecessary exposure to the patient. But in third, we can see we have put a collimation over here, collimation position device we have put over here, and the divergence of the rays has become decreased. So this is about that. First we should use long source to skin distance 40 centimeter, and the second we should use a collimation. This will reduce the rectangular collimation. This will reduce the patient exposure. Now the third question is, what is ICRP and what are its objectives? ICRP is an international commission on radiological protection. Not projection, protection. So ICRP is an international commission on a radiological protection. What it says? It says that it limits the amount of radiation received by both. By whom? By occupational exposure and by the individual and the public. So they will reduce the amount of radiation received by occupational exposure of an individual or by the public. But this is not, they are not talking about those planned exposure. They are talking about they are talking only about planned exposure, which the exposure which we plan. But they are not talking about the background radiations. We have read about this background radiation. They are not talking about the background radiations. So NCRP tells that they limit the amount. What according to them, the average dose of a dental X-ray equipment should be 0.2 MSV. That is 1% of allowable exposure. So this is very important. This comes into MCQs, that what is the average dose of dental X-ray equipment. And dentists and the staff average allowable whole body radiation exposure per year should be 20 MSV. This is also important. Now there is one more thing, NCRP. What is NCRP? NCRP is a National Council on Radiation Protection to issue DRL. What is DRL? Diagnostic Reference Level for medical and the dental radiographic imaging. They also set a standard. They also told that for intraoral radiography, recommended it is 1.2 m gray for internal radiography, and we should use E and F speed film or digital radiography. So this is about, these are the few questions which is it is about NCRP, ICRP, position distance rules, and a short revision about filtration. Filtration is a device which we use to stop the low energy radiations, so that high energy photons can only pass through it. And standard total filtration is, if it is less than 70 kVp, we'll use 1.5 mm of aluminum, and if it is more than 70 kVp, we use 2.5 mm of aluminum. I have covered this topic in my previous video. You can check from that. And there's one more question. A periapical film has dissolving power of more than 20 lap per mm. So this is all about few questions of radiology. We'll see you in next video with few more questions. Thank you.